The always dangerous Diego Lopes is back and he's got a new fight date, September 13th. He's facing Gene Silva in a guaranteed banger. Both guys are absolute finishers. Diego has 22 finishes and 26 wins while Silva is riding a 13-fight win streak, all by finish.
The main event, Diego Lopes, 22 of his 26 wins have come by finish. He'll be taking on Gene Silva, who's on a 13-fight win streak, with every one of those ending by finish.
Lopes dropped a message on X after the announcement, anyone, anytime, anywhere. Some fans think that was a direct shot at Yair Rodriguez, who claimed Diego once ducked this exact fight. Ilia Topuria is not just confident heading into his fight against Charles Oliveira, he's downright certain. In a recent interview he had this to say.
So stylistically, to be honest, his style is perfect for me because I don't need to close the distance with him because he walks forward since the first second. So those kind of styles are much easier for me because most of the time I have to close the distance with my opponents. For example, if you watch my fight against Volkanovski or Max Holloway, I had to walk forward all the time and close the distance, which I don't gonna have to do with Charles because he's gonna walk forward and we're gonna find each other in the center of the octagon since the first second. So it's gonna be much easier than me because he's not gonna be able to see me coming. I think it's gonna be more striking fight. Since the first second he's gonna feel the speed and the power. He's gonna start to look for the takedowns and for the ground game. But I think that it's gonna be very, very quick because I'm gonna finish him in the first 2 or 3 minutes. Because as I told you, as I mentioned, I'm not gonna need to close the distance with him. We're gonna find each other since the first second. So when that happens, I'm too much for my opponents.
Ilia thinks the fight will stay on the feet early, but once Charles feels his speed and power, he'll shoot for takedowns. And still, Ilia doesn't think that will save him. At this point, it's very clear that Ilia Topuria is very confident that he will finish Charles Oliveira. But let us know who you got winning this fight, Ilia Topuria or Charles Oliveira. Ilia Topuria also ran into Alexander Volkanovski ahead of UFC 317.
Oh, please. How are you?
Good, man. Good. How are you doing? All right?
Very good, very good. What about you? How
yeah,
do you feel?
Good.
Man,
Very
nice
good.
to see you, bro.
Yeah, you too. Good sweat out, huh?
Yeah, very good.
Good stuff.
But not everyone is on board with Ilia's hype train. Justin Gaethje says he's watching this fight very closely because he wants the winner. Gaethje told MMA Fighting, "I'm waiting for the winner of Ilia and Charles. They fight next week, June 28th. I'll be there. That's who I want to fight." But when asked about Topuria possibly moving up to welterweight if he wins, Gaethje didn't hold back. He said the idea sounded stupid to him. Gaethje has won 4 of his last 5, including a dominant win over Rafael Fiziev. And according to his manager, if he doesn't get a title shot soon, he might even retire. Let us know if you think Gaethje deserves a title shot next. Before we continue, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Thank you. Robert Whittaker also gave his take on Topuria versus Oliveira, and he's leaning heavily toward Ilia. He says Charles is dangerous, no doubt, but he gets hit too much and Ilia is a master at slipping shots and landing hard counters. In his words,
I think, though, Ilia is a different beast, okay? I think a lot of the support that's going towards Charles winning this fight comes from the fact that we don't know what Ilia is going to look like moving up. Now, I've seen a lot of photos circulating of, like, Ilia next to the Chihuahua guy, and then Charles next to the Chihuahua guy. Sorry, dude. What? That's is that his nickname?
Go on. I'm sorry for
You
stopping
know what I
you.
was talking about?
Yeah, I do.
And then they're looking at size discrepancies. I don't think it's going to be a problem. I think if they were in, if weight wasn't in the equation, I don't think it would. I think Ilia would be a huge favorite. I don't know what the odds are right now. Is Ilia the favorite?
I think Ilia is the favorite. I'll pull him up in a second.
It makes sense, okay, but I think he would be a landslide favorite if weight wasn't really a factor in this fight. Ilia is a weapon. What he did to Volk and what he did to Max, 2 of the best featherweights, Volk being the best featherweight to have ever done it.
Yeah.
Okay? He He starched 2 legends of the sport. Okay, that is
crazy, man.
unreal. Ilia's skill set is ridiculous. Now again, Charles is phenomenal as well. Super dangerous off his back. Ilia has the grappling to do it. Charles standing, very textbook, but gets hit a lot. Ilia loves scrapping, loves moving on the inside, loves slipping punches to land punches. He's so good at dirty boxing. I just don't see where Charles wins his fight against Ilia.
Renato Moicano is fired up ahead of his fight with Beneil Dariush this weekend at UFC 317. Moicano says he respects Dariush's power but thinks he's just better. Here is what he had to say leading up to the fight.
He's very dangerous, make no mistake. He just look old, but he's good. 2 jiu-jitsu guys with okay stand-up, okay striking. Beneil Dariush probably has more power than me on the strikings, but probably I'm a little bit more technical skill-wise than him on striking. And I believe on my ground game a lot. I believe in my wrestling. I think I'm better than wrestling than him. So I see myself beating him up, making money, making myself well-respected figure in the MMA community. You know, I want people to know who Renato Moicano is and get money along the way. Not really. The division is kind of crowded right now. I just want to go over there, focus, and beat Dariush.
And that's gonna wrap it up for today's MMA news update. If you enjoyed this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on that bell icon for daily fight content. Catch you in the next one.